Did you want to see any more, Mother?
I just want to see more of Lan. The, the fan.
Yes, I'd rather see more of Daniel
Oh.
Henney. Oh, an Ailman from the Two Rivers. I'm not an Ailman. Not an Ailman from the Two Rivers.
What the red hair?
Distinctive.
There's no emotional connection. Like, it's
You
like,
want an emotional connection to the Dark One. Mama is thinking of the Dark One as a character, as a person, like with feelings, and he's weak in the eye of the world.
Trying to get Moiraine back.
Some brother's opinion.
Just some brothers
And Mother.
opinion.
Oops.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Just Some Bodhi's Opinion. My name is Bodhi, and it's time for a special episode with my brother, Eric Mandragoran, and my mother, Maya Tsadai, for this special episode of Just Some Brothers and Mother's Opinion. Hey Eric, hey Mayat, hey Mom. So you both just watched episode 7, I guess.
Yeah, on Friday.
Friday.
Oh, okay. You've been watching as it pops up. What was your impression of episode 7? Or like what struck you from episode 7?
I like the Rand's mother fight scene.
Yeah, one of the best, I think.
The first time I've seen a pregnant fight scene. That was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was such an amazing cold open, because I think just choreography wise, did you know that the actress is a stunt woman? And so they found her, like the people found her, and then they built the scene around her, and she had actually also helped choreograph. So what I liked about it also was the fact that, because they've been mentioning Aiel, right?
Yeah.
That's what Rand is, and they're called deadly fighters. So if you imagine, this is a pregnant woman, Aiel, who is in labor, right? Like, could you imagine a non-pregnant in labor Aiel? So like it just makes me excited to see more Aiel.
I'm really excited to read the books already. Maybe after the first season.
So I do this interview also with Anna and Ted, my Trek friends, and then because of this, they Anima started reading book 1, because it's narrated by Rosamund Pike and her beautiful voice.
Really? Whoa.
They re-released the audiobook with Rosamund Pike.
Wow.
And so she had actually started before and then lost interest. But then when Rosamund Pike's version came out, she said that Rosamund Pike's voice is just so mesmerizing. Like, you'll just listen to it. If you're interested, you can check it out. So what else did you like about the episode? I don't want to bias you with my thoughts first.
So there's
Unless that was all you liked.
there's a sense of completion. I'm wondering, is it only up to episode 8?
Yes, episode 8 will be the last episode.
Yeah, even episode 6 already had a sense of completion, and then this one.
The on your knees.
Remember my first question about Nynaeve's celibacy? So I knew it wasn't going to last.
I wasn't surprised when Nynaeve mentioned Perrin and
Egwene. Oh yeah, so I wanted to ask, what did you think about that reveal?
I wasn't surprised because when they were with the Leaf people, there was already a chemistry there. I was like, okay, maybe he has some sort of thing there.
So I haven't been getting much from Egwene. I've been getting
one-sided, I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I mean, all I got from Perrin has been trauma. Yes.
And then when Rand and Egwene finally did it, I was like, yes, finally, release the tension.
Some people have mentioned that this is the episode of banging.
And Rand being Daishin? Shindai?
Daishan.
Yeah. Like, oh wow, he's royalty.
Yes, the uncrowned king. Did you notice the hot pot that kimchi hot pot. And
I was about to ask, is it a hot pot? Right.
when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. I mean, they were really incorporating his culture into it. Yes.
Episode 7 definitely had Fellowship of the Ring vibes when it was like they were in Moria.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how I described the ways during my reaction. Like, oh, this is the minds of Moria with light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about Loial?
Who's that?
There's
Or
no-
what is that? Who?
The Ogier.
Oh,
Oh, I like the character.
I like that he has to take his time. He's not good with hurrying.
You
Yeah.
know, Lily called him an animal because in episode 7, you know, he disappears, right? Like he brought them there and then suddenly he's gone. Like after that. So Lily was like, where did the animal go? And I was like, what animal? The cute animal. Oh. You mean Loyal? Yes, his name is Loyal.
So I have a question about the fortress of.
Valdara.
It's like who would think of leaving that place? So what is the background of Faldara? So I'd like to read more.
That's why you want to read the books. So they're called borderlanders because they guard the border to the blight. So the blight is like where all the evil things come from, which is where Rand and Moiraine were going.
When Rand was talking to future lady
In
This
Min, I got confused. Did she? I mean, I'm sure it didn't say it directly, but did Rand going to Moraine mean that he was tricking her that he was the dragon, or is it he is the dragon?
I thought that it was pretty ambiguous also. The way it was shot. Like because when I was watching it, I was wondering why did he suddenly go and say, I'm the dragon? what made him realize that? Well,
Because
besides the fact that it was Min's first vision or something.
when Min said when he asked do I come back, and she said no, right?
No, she didn't say anything. And then she said, and then he replied, I thought so.
and then
But that could mean he either dies there as a nobody or dies there as a dragon. Yeah. It's
But I guess that,
very
so
ambiguous.
his conclusion to himself was, oh, okay, I'm the dragon. I need to do this.
Mhm.
But
But
so
why
what
would
do you guys think about that reveal?
Moraine believe him then?
That was
That's
my
what confused me. I was thinking that I don't think Moraine would believe the person who keeps bitching around.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he is the person who's always contradicting her. Well, besides Nynaeve, but you know, Nynaeve's just
Nynaeve.
needing
Yeah.
land.
So many worlds were introduced in that episode. Can we list the chronological from
The
the
things that happened. So it was the cold open, right?
my
And then we start in the ways where they're arguing, why did we leave Matt? Blah blah blah. And then they go through the ways, they get out of the ways, and then they get to Faldara, where they meet Lord Agelmar, who was like, why are you here? Moraine, blah blah blah. And then after that, Moraine asks the sister, hey sister, is Min still here? So they just go to Min's bar and then Min gives the visions. And then after that, they go back to the fortress and then like Moraine tells them the one who's not the dragon will die. And then there's the confrontations. And then after that, there's the Lan Nynaeve moment. And then there's the Egwene Rand moment. And then there's the Rand wakes up and realizes he's the dragon moment. And then there's the classic misdirect of him knocking on the door and then suddenly it's not him, it's Lan. And they realize, oh, Lan and Moraine had left already.
She's having a bond with me.
She masked the bond. Hindi naman-
Mask.
So there.
No, the way made me lost, which is a good thing. It's like I don't know, psychological. It's like I got into the mood of the story.
So, anything else that struck you besides all the banging?
So I noticed this story. Like for example, the endpoint is meeting the dark one, right?
Mm.
We have not seen or uh, that being has not manifested itself. It's only through the Trollocs or the.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Have you thought of any story that whoever the antagonist is not seen at all? Yeah, they talk about it and then
Actually, that's a good point. I mean, within the TV show, you don't know where who is the dark one.
yeah, and Moraine keeps talking about the dark one, but for the audience, it's like for
Who?
me,
It's like, yeah. That's a very valid point. Actually, I
it's
never thought of it.
so alive. Um, all the characters, but not you know.
Not
The,
the yes, yes.
mm,
Like you don't even know what is the dark one. Is that like Sauron or is it like
there's no emotional connection. Like it's
you
like
want an emotional connection to the dark one?
no, I mean because pit, pitting the evil
Yes,
with them
with them. Yeah,
makes it
that's a
more.
very good point. What are
Yeah.
you thinking, Eric?
I treat it more as like an elder being.
Like
Like you don't know what it is.
it's an unknown.
Yeah,
But it affects them all.
yeah. So I don't mind not knowing what the dark one looks like or have any
Is
descriptions. Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. What's that? You're breaking up.
ano? I said it's an octopus.
Oh, Cthulhu. Oh, who's the head of the fortress place again by the gap?
Lord Agalmar.
Lord
The
Agalmar looks like Fire Lord Ozai in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
especially with that scene, that first scene when he's introduced from the
So I'm
but
wondering how many wars have I mean if they're in the borderland. I mean, can you imagine the
they're
border?
supposed they're so within the world they're supposed to be the ones who are most experienced against Trollocs because they're next to the border,
Hmm.
next to the blight.
But you don't see any like a sense of urgency or soldiers manning the fort or it's like a very chill and
Oh,
beautiful, relaxing place. That's my thought, Bob.
that's a that's an interesting interpretation of Faldara. So you see it as a like a relaxing beach location, I think.
No, it's like where all the romantic
Oh,
happenings
but
happen.
I was thinking they
So
were all they were all having romantic happenings because they thought they were gonna die the next day. That's how I interpreted
oh.
all of the banging.
But I noticed the beddings are more comfortable. Those
I
They did
love
get their
your
own rooms and
yeah,
things.
they have all
yeah,
this
yeah.
yes.
I mean, they got the hospitality treatment because I think Lord Agelmar was feeling guilty that he was berating Moraine, and then Moraine was like, if you would listen to me, all I wanted to say was that because I guess so they went through the way, so they went through a shortcut, right? So no one has heard that Moraine's been exiled or something.
It's
It's
essentially Gondor, except there's a portal now behind them.
okay. That and so that was the episode. Actually, it was Rand's mom, the ways, all the banging, and then the reveal. At this point, do you think Rand is the Dragon Reborn?
I remember the first few episodes of us doing this, I thought it was Rand. But now, because of this thing with Min, now I don't think he's the dragon.
Mm.
Now I think
So
it's
it's because of
probably.
that you don't think it's the dragon.
What's that?
It's because of Min that you don't think it's the dragon.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be either Matt or Egwene.
So Matt will be like the left field, out of left field. I'm the dragon, bitches.
Yeah. And then Egwene is like, they are at the eye, and then she realizes, oh, I'm not the dragon.
Ma, you're making a face. What do you think? Who is the dragon?
So you're saying the conclusion was he
Well,
knew
his
what he
conclusion to
saw.
himself
He
was,
assumes, I
He
think.
assumed, right?
Yeah, he just assumes, I think. Hmm.
I mean, again, the question is, what did Moraine hear that made her think, yes, you're the one, let's go.
So
But
does he know that he is descended from the Aiels?
no, I don't think so.
Only
Because,
the ogre guy told
yeah,
him.
an ogier,
Oh,
not
yeah,
an ogre.
yeah.
Ogre!
Oh, an Aielman from the Two Rivers. I'm not an Aielman. Not an Aielman from the Two Rivers.
What about her?
Distinctive. I really love him. He
So
doesn't look like what he's supposed to look like from the books, but his character, which is so lovable, a cute animal as per Lily.
I'm wondering what is the role of the Aiels? Maybe in season 2. I mean, why that background or that cold open? It's like, oh, there must be a role somewhere.
Hmm. You're making me realize just how much context setting there isn't in the show, because you
Hmm.
just see it happen and then you're like, what was that battle? Um, why were they fighting this pregnant woman? Like, there's a lot of things that just happened and then it's like, okay. But if you just look at it via the lens of the show, I guess it doesn't really say.
Speaking of the background with Rand's mom, it doesn't really matter to me though. For me,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter because I know there's going to be another season. Then
Mhm.
it will be fleshed out more if they decide or not. But even if they don't decide to, it doesn't matter to me because Rand is a main character.
Mm.
That's how I deal with it.
So it's like just part of his mysterious background.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, something, a little snippet of his background, which he doesn't know about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and you can just trust that it will somehow flesh itself out.
Yeah.
So back to the question, Maya Sadai, who do you think the dragon is?
Um, I think it's Rand.
So we flip now. Me and Mama flip answers.
Yeah, because the more I see Perrin, right,
Is it because he wants to be a vegetarian?
I made a comment before that I thought it was Perrin. The more I see his character, the more I think, why
Oh,
did I ever say that?
so you don't like him now because he
Uh,
had the crush on Egwene. He just wants some peace, ma. What were you saying, Rick?
I
Okay,
just
so
said
not
that we flip answers, but
yeah.
then now that Mama said that she said Perrin, I was like, oh, I never thought of Perrin as the dragon. He's just a wolf boy.
Yes, just the wolf boy.
so,
Egwene.
wait,
Yeah.
um, Rand always had the it, like from the first episode. It's like, maybe this is the guy, but he was such a whiny, an irritating character. I said no. If
I
he
think
won't mature, then I think he won't be
I
anything.
think he was pretty annoying whenever it was confronting Moiraine. But when it was just alone, like when it was Matt and the Gleeman, I thought it was like more non-whiny, basically.
So
No.
whatever happened to Matt? Gone boy.
Oh, one thing that when Perrin saw the peddler
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
and then Nynaeve said what shocked me was Nynaeve said that he died. So that means she confirmed with herself na, that he was dead in the village. So
Does parents
seeing
see dead people now?
no. Seeing that Perrin saw the peddler reinforces my thought that he's a disciple of the Dark One roaming around following and stuff.
I'm excited to see episode 8 and let's see how this all.
I, I really love I don't know, the production design of the way. Is that the way? Is
Yes,
it
the
how
way,
you
The dark portal with all the
Dark Portal?
the minds
Oh.
of Moiraine, I can say it.
in the way the pillars doesn't it remind you of the pillars we saw in Belfast?
Like,
The
oh yes, yes,
the
yes.
rectangular
Hmm.
obelisk pillar
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
So I said, oh, how did
The
they?
hexagonal ones. Yeah.
Yes, the hexagonal ones. So I felt something, yeah, that feeling. So
An ancient feeling.
it's a different kind of portal. It's like it's like it's otherworldly. It's like my body left and roamed around, and then that's why I thought there were more entrances and exits in the story. It's like you just said there were three, but it's like
You felt like you were all around the world.
it's like my spirit floated.
That creeped me out a bit.
So what are you expecting for last episode?
I
So
think we're going to get something like the second movie of Lord of the Rings where Sam and Frodo are in the forest fighting a spider. Something like that.
and the
Or was
story
that movie 3?
of course they'll follow Moiraine and Bran.
Yeah, because I was thinking, remember there was a throwaway line of like, oh, it's a day away from Paldara. So at best, they're a few hours behind, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I still feel like they're all gonna get back together.
But if these two are very powerful, like Moiraine and Bran,
I
so
still don't know what the plan is. Moraine's just gonna throw Rand to the dark one and then like, okay, do your thing, and then if you're not the dragon, I'm gonna go back for the others.
so my question is, did she ever battle the Dark One many times, or it's like she has the past with the Dark One, but the audience.
I like how you talk about the dark one like a spurned lover. Like I can see how Eric is thinking of the dark one. It's just like a massive maybe entity. It's just
It's like a
it's a mysterious entity.
it's
You
a
don't know,
miasma, something like that.
but Mama is thinking of the dark one as a character, as a person, like with feelings, and he's weak in the eye of the world.
Trying to get Moraine back.
That's a fan fiction that I can't wait to listen to.
But I heard many times that the Dark One is weak now, right?
Because they broke up.
The spurned lover.
I'm super loving this clash of not clash, but it's a juxtaposition of different points of views. There's the miasma of elder god shit here, and then there's the spurned dark lover, the other side. And Min's vision of Moraine is that the Amerlin seat will be her downfall
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
because of the spurned lover. That's gonna.
All right.
You know, episode 6, when she was banished from the White Tower, I said, just looking at Moraine, she never
She never loved her.
in that tower. So it's
She never what? Huh?
I mean, when she was banished, it's like she never belonged to that
Yes.
tower.
Yeah. I just added that randomly.
Some people were saying that when they were holding the oath rod, it sounded like marriage vows.
Yeah, it did. I thought that they were getting married by doing that. The finger
There
touch.
was this.
They were essentially saying marriage vows when they were parting ways. Oh,
Anyway,
when
yes.
when Moraine mentioned to message
Oh yeah,
someone at the White Tower
for the red Aja,
for the Red Aja, I was like,
that's such a bitch.
to do something to Matt or to capture him. I don't know.
I mean, the Reds hate men. You've seen what they've been doing.
But she has a secret lover.
I feel like that doesn't sound like the Andret. I feel like that's something else.
Her face. Did you catch that expression? She was guilty. Like,
Oh,
Like she couldn't even retort anymore to Moraine after that was mentioned.
anyway, maybe we can end there. Unless there were other things that you wanted to talk about. Of the villagers, who do you think has not been fleshed out?
I actually want to see more of Matt. I
Who's
really like Matt.
Yeah, yep, same. So Eric wants to see more Matt. Did you want to see any more, Mother?
I just want to see more of Lan. The, the fan and Maureen.
Yes, I'd rather see more of Daniel
Oh,
Henney.
when Nynaeve and Daniel Henney land,
Lan-
when he when he took off his shirt and then he was really like he was really flexing on
Wait,
camera.
I have a comment.
I'm here,
Yeah.
Nynaeve.
The pairing of Nynaeve and Lan was a bit asexual. Did spark anything for me? It's like, no. So,
Oh, I feel the same. I feel like they don't really have chemistry, but they put those two together.
and then I said, was she watching? Was she just watching the whole night? It's like she was still in her prim and proper.
Oh, I just did this interview also with Anna Manta, and they were also mentioning this that we never see her take off her clothes, and then the next scene, she's already back in her big green sweater.
So my question is, like the wisdom, right, can't break her vows. So
I think
here
they
I am again.
not have
So
penetrative sex.
right. So is she now in between being a wisdom and what is she? Right.
Ma- uh, so I mean, the wisdom is just a title.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with the power. Because I love Zoe Robbins, so the actress Zoe Robbins's face. Like, she conveys so much with just the face. You know, when she was watching Lance's family from the window, and
Yeah.
then and then her face broke into a smile, like it suddenly broke into a smile, and then all I was thinking was, oh my god, she's thinking, oh, he's a family man, I love him now. And then she turns and then Lance there.
But I don't see any chemistry there. So I don't know. Maybe the producer.
Oh,
This is where I agree with Mama. I think I don't see the chemistry on screen.
Yeah.
oh. Meanwhile, I've been seeing chemistry since episode 3 when they first met.
For
It's,
it was more of like a friendship
yeah,
vibe to me.
a deep
Oh,
Like,
friendship.
hey,
yeah. You mentioned this our last episode that you were sensing that a vibe.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Meanwhile, all I was thinking was, oh, he's interested. Anyway, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
So last episode Friday.
Yes.
Christmas Eve
Oh yeah, Christmas Eve. Yes. Christmas.
for us, not for
Yes.
everyone. Huh?
No, not for
No, for the US it will be um the eve of the eve, 23.
Yeah, yeah. And we will
for
be on
Europe.
Eve Eve.
So to recap our opinions, some brothers, mothers, and Bodhi's opinion. We had discussions about the Dark One and the Miasma and the Spurned Lover. We've had discussions on who we thought the Dragon Reborn was. Eric thought that it would either be Matt coming from left field or Egwene um, realizing she's not the dragon. Mother here thinks that it's Rand, so we've seen a flip of their thoughts. We all agree that the Rand mom moment was super badass, and I think we're all excited to see how this turns out. None of us know what exactly Moraine's plan is, and none of us know what exactly made Moraine think yes, Ran, you are the dragon. I think I've done the recap. So thanks, Eric Mandragoran and Mayat Dai, for the wonderful opinions. I can honestly say they weren't opinions I had at the beginning, and then now that you've surfaced them in my brain, I can never unsee a spurned lover dark one slash miasma. And to the audience, thanks for staying on and listening to us talk about our opinions. Some brothers, mothers, and Bodhi's opinion. So if you like listening to us rant and talk about our opinions,
Like and subscribe.
Comment down below. Tell us what you think.
and hopefully you're not as confused as I am.
Okay.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Some brother's opinion.
Just some brothers
And mother.
opinion.
Oops.